This is the full video, that 100 amp panel that we replaced on Friday. This is the panel that was taking in a whole bunch of water. Water was actually following that SCU cable all the way down inside the panel there. It was starting to rot out the bottom of the panel. Even the breakers on the left and right side of the bus bar had a bunch of rust and corrosion on it as well. And that 100 amp main breaker had a bunch of corrosion, and those main lugs had some corrosion on it. So I went to the outside of the building there to take a look at the service cable. And this is why I don't use duct seal. Because what happens with duct seal over time is it cracks, it falls apart, and then crumbles. And then all the water was getting inside the weatherproof SCU connector, as well as the sill plate here was acting as a funnel holding all that water. Take a look at how bad those screws were, sir. That just goes to show you how much water was actually holding inside that sill plate. So what I did was I used some CRC clear silicone there. I made a gasket around that sill plate. I siliconed the SCU cable itself. I siliconed the hub. And then I siliconed the weatherproof SCU connector as well. This is the way I like to do it, you know, when I do a whole entire new service. That way it keeps the water out for a very, very long time. A lot of you might be saying, hey, Lance, why didn't you replace the SCU cable itself? Well, there was nothing wrong with the SCU cable. I looked at it. There was nothing wrong with it. But because that duct seal failed and it was acting as a funnel, funneling all the water inside the panel, that's why the panel failed. And basically, you saw all that rust and corrosion in there. I had to add a new circuit for the radon mitigation device, so I put that on a dual function breaker there. And take a look at how nice this panel turned out. I got all my grounds neatly ran inside the panel there off to one side. I also brought all the neutrals off to the left and right side of the panel as well, nice and neat and out of the way. I like to use some sticky backs in these panels to keep all my hot wires away from the panel screws. And what I mean by that is when you go to put the panel cover on and put the panel screws in, when these panels are a complete rat's nest, the screws actually hit the hot wires. I don't like to see that. So that's why I use those sticky backs, just to keep everything out of the way. I got all my wires labeled and numbered, and they correspond to the panel cover as well. So that's just another thing that I like to do. I put a surge suppressor in there. I put some service loops on the SCU cable itself, just in case we go to replace the service or do something different there. And also, I put my name on this panel because I'm proud of the work that I do. I stand by my work, and I'm really proud of the work that I do. I got the panel fully labeled there. So if you're in Massachusetts or Rhode Island, give us a call. We are taking new clients.